Hello there, all you cool younglings and padawans. If you're watching this, you're here in the Jedi Library in the Jedi Temple. I'm here with Anakin Bohannon, welcoming you back to another episode of Reading with the Force. I'm Obi-Mom Kenobi. How are you guys doing today? Because we're doing super. Ain't that right? Today's story is going to be from Richard Scarry's funniest storybook ever, and it's called The Talking Bread. So get out your chalky moo juice and heat up those chickie nuggies, and let's get started. Humperdink the baker was mixing bread dough with the help of able baker Charlie Mouse. His little girl Flossie watched them squish and squash the dough. After they had kneaded the dough by squishing and squashing, they patted it into loaves of all different shapes and sizes. Then Humperdink put the uncooked loaves of bread into the hot oven to bake. After the loaves had finished baking, Humperdink set them out on the table to cool. Fresh bread smells good. Finally, he took out the last loaf. Listen, did you hear that? When he picked up the loaf, it said, "Mama!" But everybody knows that bread can't talk. It must be haunted. "Help! Police!" Humperdink picked up Flossie and ran from the room. "I must telephone Sergeant Murphy," he said. Sergeant Murphy arrived in a hurry. He reached down and picked up the loaf of haunted bread. "Mama!" the bread said. Murphy was so startled that he fell into the mixing trowel. Just at that moment, Huggle and Loli came into the bakery. "That is a very strange loaf of bread," said Loli. Stretching out, he slowly ooched across the floor towards it. He took a nibble. The bread said nothing. He nibbled and nibbled into the loaf until only his foot was showing. And still the bread said nothing. Loli stood up and the bread said, "Mama!" Loli took another nibble, then stuck out his head. "I have solved the mystery," he said. "Break the loaf open very gently, but please don't break me." Humperdink gently broke open the bread, and inside was Flossie's doll. It had fallen into the mixing trowel and had been baked inside the bread. With the mystery solved, they all sat down to eat the haunted bread. All of them, that is, except Loli. He had already eaten his fill. "All right, Loli, please take your foot off the table." The end. Now this can be a lesson to all of you when you're cooking, to keep your utensils as far away from what you're cooking as possible, because you don't want anything ending up in your recipe that's not supposed to be there. So always be mindful of your surroundings and keep your dolls away from your mixing trowels. Ain't that right, Anakin? Of course. I hope to see you back here at Reading with the Force here in the Jedi Library. I'm Obi-Mom Kenobi with my little buddy Anakin, and I hope you enjoyed your chalky moo juice and your chicky nuggies. I'll see you on my next video, and may the Force be with you.